Jaguars beat the Houston Texans 17-10. And I know every time I talk about the Texans, I make it a huge point to talk about their offensive line and how they have one of the worst offensive lines in football. That's still true. I also make it a point to say that outside of Nico Collins, they don't really have a reliable receiving room or reliable pass catchers. That's still true. And as much as I don't want to admit it, as much as we don't want to admit it, Nick Chubb is a shell of his former self. Just looking at the numbers these first 3 weeks, because they're 0-3. And with all that, I didn't want to admit that while C.J. Stroud was not playing his best, and while he didn't look anywhere close to what he looked like his rookie year, I didn't want to call it a sophomore slump because of all the factors that we just listed. The first one mainly being the offensive line. And while the offensive line is poor yet again, I have to now give credit where credit is due. A lot of this 0-3 record, a lot of the reasons why essentially the Houston Texans season is over, if you look at the statistics, I think they have a less than 5% chance of making the playoffs now after starting 0-3. The reason why their season is essentially over is because of all that and C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, bro. It's like you're seeing Ghost. In a way of you're throwing he missed a lot of throws this game. Trevor Lawrence didn't play that well. 20 for 40, 222 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interceptions. They didn't play that well. It was 2 interceptions from C.J. Stroud. Both of them were his fault. The defense out pretty much saved them. The defense is the reason why the Jaguars won this game. C.J. Stroud has been horrible. And I know that everything, at the offensive line, I know all that is still bad, but C.J. Stroud has been bad. And as much as I wanted to be last on that whole sophomore slump wash train, C.J. Stroud has looked very bad. And this loss is mainly on him. That's just how it is. Those 2 interceptions were not only costly, but terrible interceptions. And what's unfortunate, and you see a lot of people talking about it, like you see, I think Chris Long, you see a lot of people talking about it. This is going to be a wasted season for what could be an incredible defense. When you look at Lassiter, when you look at Stingley, when you look at Anderson, this is a top-tier defense that has absolutely no shot most games because their offense is so porous. I'm not even blaming their coach. It's just the person, their defense is showing up. It's just that their offense can't keep up. And as much as I don't want to admit it, a lot of that is C.J. Stroud. So, again, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they beat them, yeah, but they didn't do a lot to win. Congratulations, Jacksonville, for beating the Texans 17-10.
Oh man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.